Hello, and welcome to Book Verse. Today, we will hear a strong story, a real story, a hard story, a story that can change your life. The book is called Can't Hurt Me. The writer is David Goggins. David was not born strong. He was born in pain. He grew up in fear. He faced hate. He felt broken. But one day he made a choice. He said, I will not run from pain. He said, I will use pain to grow. This is his story, a story of change, a story of power, a story of the human mind. In this book, David teaches one lesson. You are stronger than you think. If you feel weak, listen. If you feel tired, listen, because this book will wake up your soul. So sit back, take a deep breath. Let us begin. Can't Hurt Me. David Goggins did not grow up happy. He did not grow up safe. He grew up in a house full of pain. His father was not kind. His father hurt him. His mother. His brother. David was just a little boy, but his world was dark. At night, he cried, but no one came. His home was full of fear. He was not free. He was not loved. Every day was survival. His father had money, but money did not help because pain was always there. Pain became his teacher. In school, David faced something else. He was black, and the school was mostly white. Kids laughed at him. They called him names. He could not read well. He could not write well. His teachers said he was slow. But he was not slow. He was hurt inside. Every time someone spoke down to him, it cut him deeper. He stayed quiet. He hid in the back. But he was watching. He was learning. And inside, something was growing. Not anger, not hate, a fire, a small fire. That said, one day, I will not be weak. But life did not get easy. David's grades were bad. He lied to feel better. He cheated. He ran from the truth. Because the truth was too heavy. He was a young boy, carrying too much pain. People saw him, but they did not see him. He was hurting. He felt broken. But David learned one big lesson. Pain makes you listen. Pain teaches what comfort hides. Pain told him, the world is not fair. But you can become strong. That is where his journey began. In a home with no peace. In a world that said he was nothing. He could have given up. He could have stayed broken. But David did something rare. He started to face pain. Not run. Not hide. Just feel it. Learn from it. That is what made him different. He says, the worst childhood you can imagine gave me the tools to survive life. David was not lucky, but he was ready, because pain had shaped him. It made his mind sharp. It made his heart strong. And it told him, if you can survive this, you can survive anything. And that was just the beginning. Your mind can be your best friend, but it can also be your worst enemy. David Goggins learned this the hard way. After leaving his abusive home, he thought the pain was over, but a new pain was waiting, a pain that came from inside. He was in high school. He had dreams, but his grades were bad. He could not read well, and people still laughed at him. Slowly, fear began to grow. Fear of failing, fear of not being enough, fear of hearing, you can't. So he stopped trying, and that is when the weak mind took control. The weak mind is not loud. It is quiet. It whispers, you are tired. You can't do this. Why even try? David started listening. He gave up on school. He started lying to teachers. He lied to himself too. He started eating fast food. He stayed up all night watching TV. He hated what he saw in the mirror, but he kept running from the truth. He gained over 100 pounds. His body was heavy, but his mind was even heavier. He wanted to join the Air Force. But when he looked at the mirror, he thought, "Look at me, I'm a joke." He lied to himself again. "I'll do it later. I have time. I'm not ready yet." The weak mind had one job: protect him from pain. And that's what it did. It protected him from failure, but also from growth. Then one day, everything changed. He came home from work, tired, dirty, hopeless. He turned on the TV. A show was playing. Navy SEAL training. Men pushing their limits. Screaming. Bleeding. Not quitting. David stopped. He leaned forward. He watched in silence. And something inside him said, "That's who you are." Not the weak man in the mirror, but the warrior inside. That day, he made a decision. He stopped lying to himself. He faced the truth. "I am weak. I am scared. But I can change." He threw away the fast food. He started walking, then running. He ran in pain. He ran while crying. He ran while people laughed. But this time, he did not quit. He looked at the mirror again. Not to lie, but to tell the truth. "You are not there yet, but you will be." That was the start of a new mind. A strong mind. A mind that chooses pain to grow. You can lie to others. You can fake a smile. You can make excuses. But do not lie to yourself. Face your truth. Own your pain. Because only then you can rise. One night, David sat on his couch. He was tired, dirty from work, depressed, heavy in body and mind. Then he turned on the TV and saw something different. It was a show about Navy SEALs, men training hard, running through mud, screaming in cold water, pushing past pain, never quitting. David froze. He did not blink. He could not look away. Inside, a voice spoke. "That is who you are." But he was not that man. Not yet. He was 300 pounds. Weak. Broken. Still, he stood up. He walked to the mirror, looked deep into his own eyes, and he said, "Enough." That night, his change began. The next morning, he started running. Just a few steps. He could not breathe. His knees hurt. People stared. Some laughed. But he kept going. Next day, he ran again. Then again. Then again. His legs screamed. His lungs burned. His body said, "Stop." But his heart said, "Go." David had one goal now, to become a Navy SEAL. But he had only 3 months. 3 months. To lose 100 pounds. To pass the hardest military tests in the world. Everyone said it was impossible. Too fat. Too slow. Too late. But David did not care. He had a mission. He made a plan. He trained 3 times a day. In the morning, he biked for hours. In the afternoon, he ran, even in the rain, even when he threw up. At night, he swam. He lifted weights. He did push-ups until he collapsed. Every day, he hurt, but he smiled through the pain, because pain meant progress. Food. He changed it all. No junk. No sugar. No excuses. Just fuel. Just water. Just discipline. He started writing goals. On a notebook. On the mirror. On his wall. He reminded himself every day, "I'm not there yet, but I will be." He lost 20 pounds. Then 40. Then 60. Then 100. His body changed. But more than that, his mind changed. He was no longer the old David. He was becoming something new. A man with a mission. A man with a reason. Start small. one walk, one run, one change. Do not wait for perfect. Push every day, even when it hurts, even when no one believes in you. You do not need to be strong today. You just need to start. One step, one win, one more rep. That is how change begins. David had lost the weight. He had passed the tests. He was finally in SEAL training. But now, the real battle began. It was called Hell Week. Hell Week is not just hard. It is pain, cold, fear, no sleep, no mercy. It lasts 5 days, 120 hours, almost no rest, only pain. Most men quit. Some get hurt. Some leave forever. But David, he stayed. In the freezing ocean, he shivered. In the sand, he crawled. His hands were bleeding. His feet had blisters. His body was breaking. But his mind was becoming steel. He did not go through Hell Week once. Not twice, but 3 times. Why? Because the first time, he was injured. The second time, his body gave out. But he came back. Again and again. No excuses. No complaints. He taped broken bones. He pushed through sickness. He ran on bloody feet. He said, "I don't stop when I'm tired. I stop when I'm done." The water was ice cold. The nights were long. The pain was endless. In the darkness, he whispered to himself, "You will not break me." He smiled through the suffering, because every second he stayed, he grew stronger. One night, during training, his legs stopped working. His body shut down. He fell to the ground. The medics came. They said, "You're done." But David said, "No, I'll crawl if I have to." He stood up, barely, and kept going. He was not the biggest, not the fastest, not the strongest, but he had one thing: heart. He learned something in that pain, in the freezing water, in the darkness. He learned you are stronger than your pain. Pain is not the enemy. Quitting is. Pain teaches. Pain reveals. Pain builds. Most people stop when they feel pain, but not warriors. Warriors use pain. They grow from it. David said, when your mind says you are done, you are only at 40%. Think about that. You still have 60% more inside, but only if you keep going. That is the secret. That is the lesson of Hell Week. Not muscles, not speed, mind, heart, and will. You are stronger than your pain. Your limits are not real. They are just fear, just excuses. You can take more than you think. You can go farther than you feel. The body screams, but the mind decides. Let the pain sharpen you. Let the hard days shape you. Let the fight build you. That is how warriors are made. The 40% rule. You think you are tired. You think you cannot go any further. You think you are done. But you are not done. You are only at 40%. This is David Goggins' famous rule. The 40% rule. When your mind tells you to stop, your body is only 40% done. Your mind quits too early. Your body still has much more power. Your soul still wants to fight. Think about it. How many times have you felt tired? How many times have you wanted to give up? But you kept going anyway? That is the 40% rule working. David explains it like this. Your brain is designed to protect you. It wants to keep you safe. It tells you to stop when things get hard. But this safety is a lie. It limits you. It stops your true power. You need to learn to fight back. You need to push past your mind. That is what David did every day. He pushed harder than his mind wanted. He refused to quit. Imagine running a race. Your legs burn. Your lungs burn. Your mind screams, stop. But your heart says, keep going. That heart is your true power. David says, your mind says stop, but your soul says go. When you feel done, your soul is just getting started. This rule is not just for athletes. It is for everyone. For your work, for your dreams, for your struggles. When you want to give up, remember the 40% rule. You are stronger than your mind says. You have more inside than you think. Push your limits. Break your limits. Make your limits disappear. It is not easy. It hurts. You will want to quit many times. But keep fighting. Keep pushing. That is how you grow. That is how you win. David learned this lesson the hard way. During SEAL training, during his runs, during his life, he pushed when everything told him to stop. He found strength in the pain. You can do the same. When your mind says no, say yes. When your body says stop, keep moving. You have more power than you know. Push your limits. Never stop at 40%. You have more inside you. Remember this rule. Use it every day. It will change your life. If you want to be stronger, braver, and better, start with the 40% rule. You think you are tired, but you still have more. That is the 40% rule. Your mind says stop, but your soul says go. Your hands can grow tough. They get calloused from hard work, from pain. Your mind can do the same. It can grow strong. It can grow tough. This is what David calls callousing the mind. Just like your hands, your mind needs training. It needs hard work. When life is easy, your mind stays soft. It does not grow strong. But when life is hard, when you face pain, your mind grows tougher. Pain becomes power. Pain teaches your mind to be strong. Pain makes your mind work better. Pain trains your mind like a muscle. Every day is training. Every challenge is training. When you push through pain, you make your mind stronger. When you face hard things, you callous your mind. Callousing means you become unbreakable. Nothing can break you. No pain, no fear, no struggle. David says, train your mind like a muscle. This means work on your mind every day. Push it, challenge it. You can train your mind by facing hard things, not running from problems, choosing to fight when it is easier to quit. When your mind hurts, that means it is growing. That means it is getting stronger. You must learn to love the pain. Not all pain is bad. Some pain makes you better. David's life was full of pain, but he used that pain. He used it to train his mind. You can do the same. Every time you face a problem, every time life gets hard, say to yourself, this is training my mind. Do not fear pain. Do not avoid it. Use it. Let it make you stronger. Train your mind like a muscle. Callous your mind. Become unbreakable. Your mind is like your hands. It can grow tough. It can grow strong. It can handle anything. Remember this. Face pain. Train your mind. Become unstoppable. This is the power of callousing the mind. We have learned a lot today. David Goggins' story is full of lessons. Lessons about pain, struggle, and strength. He teaches us that pain is not the enemy. Pain is a teacher. It makes us stronger. It trains our minds like muscles. David shows us the power of the mind. How the mind can push the body beyond limits. How to keep going when things get hard. He teaches us about courage, about facing fears and not giving up, about becoming the best version of ourselves. Now it is your turn. Use these lessons in your life. Push through your hard times. Train your mind every day. Believe in yourself. Believe you can change. Believe you can grow stronger. Also, practice your English every day. Listening to stories, reading books, and speaking regularly will help you improve. Remember, learning English is a journey. Just like David's journey, it takes time and effort. Keep going. Do not quit. David Goggins changed his life. He became a soldier, a runner, a strong man. But more than that, he became his best self. And you can do it too. Start today. Take one small step and keep moving forward. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe. Share it with your friends. Keep learning. Keep growing. And remember, you are stronger than you think.